welcome to Beer City Board Games. I am Clay, and I'm here today with my wife Jen. It has been a minute since we've streamed anything. We kept having issues with internet connectivity, so I spent some time redoing a lot of my system stuff, upgrading equipment, doing a lot of new stuff. I kind of figured going into the new year, let's try to really improve the quality of the stream. Hopefully that works out. I'm really hoping that that everything's going to be all right. That we're going to stay connected, not drop. We already had one issue before we went live, where it dropped from the webs. I hope it doesn't do it during the game, but we'll see.
If it does, assume I won. So
yeah,
There you go.
I feel like that camera's really high. There, that's a little better. How's everybody's New Year? Ours was good so far. It's early. I'm a little gun shy after the last couple of years to say that the year's going well.
But I'd say we started off having to cancel a cruise this week. So that was supposed to be in February, so
yeah,
that's not great.
Yeah, not particularly thrilled about that. But it is what it is. I mean, we kind of knew that when we booked them that there was a possibility that might be the case. Let's see. What else is new since the last time we streamed? I did manage to win my fantasy football league somehow.
Came from behind. Everyone hates him currently. So.
Yeah, I started off real terrible. Really,
really horrible.
And went into the playoffs with 3 of my starters on the IR, and still managed to make a run at the championship. And then championship game came right down to the very last few minutes of the last game.
We were both watching the app, like refresh.
So that's exciting. Get to keep the trophy this year. I don't know that I've ever had it since we got the trophy. I've won the league before, but that was pre-trophy.
Right.
So that's kind of cool. What else? What else is new since our last stream?
I feel like nothing. It's been like, I mean, it's been all the holiday stuff, right? Just getting all of the gifts together and planning all the food and coordination and all that.
I've been pretty sick since the new year started.
Oh, yeah.
Really? So that's part of the reason why we really haven't been up to much lately. I started feeling sick right after the new year. It was like the day after I started feeling like I had like a sinus infection thing going on. Went all the way up through like Thursday midday. I started to kind of feel a little bit better. I started thinking, "Oh, cool! I'm on my way. I'm on my way out of this mess." And then yesterday about midday, so Friday about midday, I started feeling it coming back on again, and I was like, "Oh no."
I do think it's interesting that you said the year started off good so far, and so far you've been sick all year, and we've canceled a vacation.
Yeah.
So you're setting the bar kind of low.
But, after the last few years, I don't have very high expectations, so, that's kind of the thing with that. So today we are going to be playing Public Market from Talon Strike Studios. This is sort of a bidding set collection tile laying game that we picked up at Gen Con this year. We played it once so far, 3-player. I thought we had the expansion for it, but apparently we don't. For some reason I had it in my head that we had grabbed it, but apparently not. Whoops. But we have played it once before. We did really like it, so we wanted to try and play this one on stream for you guys. So we can get to the table and we'll go through a quick overview of the rules, and then we'll get started. Okay, so in public market, we're going to be starting off by bidding on turn order. So what that looks like is we each have these two little fisherman meeples. Hey, Oren. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. How did your guys' stream go last night? You like the new layout? Thanks. Yeah. Yep. We. You know what? Here, real quick. I want to show you, just because you happen to pop into chat. I feel like I want to show you, especially the new intro that we've got. So I'm gonna play that real quick for you. What do you think? Yeah, kind of completely redid the whole stream setup. I basically wiped everything from my old OBS scenes and everything and pretty much started over from scratch. And then, yeah, redid that, bunch of new equipment and everything, really just trying to elevate the quality of the stream as much as possible. All right, let's get back to the table. That's a lot of work. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much worked on it every day this week, trying to get it set up the way that I wanted it. If you guys can let me know, make sure that sound's coming through okay. How's our mic volume? Is everything? How do we sound? All right. So, public market. This is a game all about. Basically, it's kind of loosely based on the fish market in, I think, San Francisco or something.
Seattle? Why was I thinking
Seattle? Yeah, sorry, Seattle. I think I'm thinking of the Fisherman's Wharf.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Okay, good, perfect. Thank you. So, at the beginning of the round, we are going to take turns bidding on basically turn order. So, if we want to go first in turn order, we're going to bid over here at the salmon space. And then we've got cod, herring, sardine, and no scrap. Here, we'll zoom in on that a little bit so you can see it a little better. So we've got salmon, cod, herring, sardine, and no scrap. Based on where we go, we're going to pay a certain dollar amount. So salmon is the most expensive at $8. Then we've got cod at $6, herring at $4, sardine at $2. And if we don't want any scrap, we don't have to pay anything, but we go last in turn order. Oren says, "What's up, Jen?"
Hey.
Then we'll take the scrap that we want and we'll place it next to our ice chest, and we'll put that in a little bit later. Then, resolving from right to left, we're going to have a choice of what action we want to do. We can either come over here to go, come over here to go fishing, or we can come over here to go to the public market. If we go fishing, then, I don't have that set up yet, we get to come down here and choose one of these polyomino tiles. We're going to put that into our ice chest down here, and we're going to try and fit them in so that they do a couple of things. Either surround the crab so that we can take a crab token, which is going to score us some points at the end of the game. Cover up shrimp symbols on the board so that we can get some additional bonuses throughout the rounds, or complete rows or columns in order to get more money, basically, when we go to the market. I want to go fishing, but it's too cold.
Ugh, yeah.
Do you do any ice fishing, Emmys? Emmys, how's it going? How did you guys do last night in Halo? It was cool to see you jump on and play some Halo with them. All right. So fishing action, that's kind of what we can do, or we can take the public market action. No. Lost all the games. Oh no. If we take the public market action, we're going to fulfill contracts. Had a great time, that's the important thing, right? So we've got either public contracts that we can fulfill. If we fulfill those, we're going to spend our fish and take one of our little lighthouse meeples down here. Whoops. Turn sideways. We'll take one of our lighthouses and we're going to put it onto one of the spaces, taking both the points and, if there is one there, taking the bonus associated with that space. The other options we have if we do that are to go to the collections spot, which will give us $3, and a cannery symbol, which is going to be used as kind of a set point scoring thing at the end of the game. There are 4 different symbols. If we manage to collect all 4, it's worth 10 points. So I think it's 1 symbol is worth 1 point, 2 is worth 3, 3 is worth 6, and 4 is worth 10. We also have the Today's Catch cards, which you will spend those fish. These are going to do a couple of things for you. They are typically going to move up a little gear track on our player boards. That gear track is going to basically allow us to start each round with one of those types of fish, whatever type we happen to be moving the gear up for. I'm trying to make sure that that's somewhat in the middle. And then the other thing that it will do often is give us one of the cannery symbols, which I don't think you can actually see very well right there. Let me see if it works better on the other zoom. Yeah, that works a little better. So if you see down here in the corners, there are, well, this one's in the corner, this one's over here, but basically they're just different symbols that if we manage to collect sets of them, they're going to give us more points. We each start the game with $15. And we're going to play until we've got this bag of fish tiles, which are going to go underneath the ship. Once all of the tiles are out of that bag, then we flip over the main board here to the sunset side. Basically, that's going to allow us to continue fishing until all of the fish are gone. Otherwise, we can take the public action one last time, doing any final sales, fulfilling any final contracts, and then our game is done. So, those are kind of the basics. There are some more finer details, but we can go over those as we happen to go through them. Let's see, Emmy says, doing good. This Rona seems to be mild so far. Glad about that. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I'm glad it doesn't seem to be knocking you out too bad, at least. I've been worried that that's what I've had. Hey, Kylaris. Hey, thanks for the resub. Appreciate it. That was not the. That was not the alert that I was expecting to get.
Ooh, a surprise alert.
But that's cool. It's fine. As long as there's some sort of alert, I appreciate that. Nice transition. Yeah, thanks. Again, that's part of kind of the new layout and everything. Got a new package with like a new stinger and all this other stuff. So I think that's. I like the way that this works. Plus, it saves a lot of computer power for me because then I don't have to have so many things. Because before I was using the touch panel app to basically create a if-then statement to tell my computer, if I press this button, do this, then wait this many milliseconds, and then do this. And it was sort of complex. Whereas this, I can just upload it to OBS as a stinger. It does it anytime I transition, and then we can override any of the transitions that we want. Like the camera setup a lot too. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Like I said, I spent a lot of time last week kind of working on things. I figured since I wasn't able to stream, I was going to do whatever I could to make the stream better.
I've barely seen him at all this year. So.
I've been down here reworking everything as much as possible. All right. Shall we decide who is first player?
Or you could just be first player.
Why don't you just be
Why
first
don't
player?
you just be first player?
Okay. All right. So first turn of the game. So in a 2-player game, we actually we actually have 2 little sea captains. Been in the dungeon toiling away? Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, we've got 2 sea captains that we're going to bid with. In the first round, we're going to be bidding. Basically, I'm going to do both of my bids first, and then Jen will do both of hers. In following rounds, we're going to be resolving from right to left. That person gets to do the first bid, and so on.
So when do we move the ship? Do we do that right now, or you wait till after we bid and then move the ship?
We do that at the end of the round.
Okay. I mean, it starts there, though, right? Is that where it starts automatically?
Sorry?
Don't you get to pick where the ship goes?
Oh, as first player? I think I do.
I feel like you do.
Metal for Life says, hello, we're about to go in the store in a bit, but wanted to stop by and say hi. Hey, how's it going, Metal? How's your weekend so far? I even wore my my new tuna hat for public market today. That was a gift from Jen.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
So the fun part about picking where the ship goes is that determines where we're picking tiles from, so you can kind of which column looks best for my board setup.
Right.
Because all of our boards are different. All of our ice chests are different.
Yep. Each of these ice chests you're going to take one at random, or basically from here on out we're going to be drawing one from the top of the stack, and then you have a choice of either side that you can play it on. I would never have known about a fishing board game without you, Clay. Yeah, I mean we've got a lot of odd themes in games actually. Camera setup is great. Good shot of the table too. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, and we've got new cameras, or a new camera to replace the one that we did have as our top-down, our overhead camera. That one wasn't as good a quality, so I wanted to replace that, especially if we were going to try to do the zoom in, zoom out stuff. So, yeah. Okay. First things first. I guess I should actually get to playing the game at some point.
Wait, is that the column you're picking then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
Crap. Okay. I'm going to... I'm going to do a COD space and pay... What did I pay? That was 10. Okay. So I need $4 back.
He's struggling today.
I
made sure he took lots of cold medicine.
I was gonna say I've been fighting with this cold, and just ignore us for a little. No, I mean this is why I enjoy streaming, and it's part of the reason why I've missed streaming so much is because I've missed interacting with chat. But yeah, I've had this head cold for over a week now. It seems like, and. Kind of been struggling with my mental capacity. And then I get a COD scrap. How about Ice Road Truckers, the board game? There's one called Great Heartland Hauling Company, but we don't have that one. It's not about ice road trucking, but it's about like trucking, like the trucking industry. I've heard it's really good. Never played it. And then my second captain is going to the Sardines for $2.
Alright. I'm going to get a herring for 4.
Is it a red one?
It's not a red one. Get my herrings. Wait, this is herring, right? Yeah, green. And then...
You're not Heart of Herring?
Not Heart of Herring. Oh, no. Don't get her started. You're going to get Kylara started again. And then... I think I'll actually do sardine also, but I'm going to go behind you so I don't have to pay you $1 to go in front of you.
So because she's going to the same spot, she just pays the $2 and takes the scrap, but she'll go behind me in turn order. If she wanted to, she could go here. She would pay the $2, but she would also have to pay me $1 to go in front of me. But she's decided she doesn't want to do that.
That's right.
She's going to go here and go last. Fish facts for the fish game. Bring it on, Emmys. Where's Spider Monkey? Okay. So, I get to go first with Macabre Captain.
You're what? Oh, you're...
Macabre Captain.
I heard Macabre Captain. Did you name him?
The Macabre Captain. And he's going to go fishing because I don't have anything really yet to take to the market. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to grab this tile right here. And we're going to do this. And then I can put my scrap. Here, let me zoom in here. So I've put the tile. So I take the tile, I've put it here. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but there's also, so we've got crabs, shrimp, and ice blocks. Crabs you want to try to surround. Shrimp you want to try to cover up. Ice blocks you cannot place on top of. So those are kind of the placement rules. So I've got that. And then... I'm gonna do this. I want to try and get that crab surrounded, but if I can also get the shrimp covered, then I get a shrimp bonus.
Shrimp bonus. Do you want to move your fish up?
Yes, I do.
catch tracker.
So I have 2 cod, a herring, and 2 sardines.
Okay. I am also going to go fishing. And I will take that tile there.
Which one? This one?
Nope.
This one?
Nope.
This one?
No, that one. Okay.
Just a little feedback. The close-up cam is just a little blurry / out of focus. Don't know if that's just from the zoom. Yeah, it's from the zoom. I tried messing around with the camera focus, but that was as clear as I could get it, without going to like a really high-end camera, basically. Fish fact number 962. Parrotfish sleep in a blanket of snot for protection.
Gross.
If you're a fish, there's nothing more irritating than a blood-sucking parasite stopping you from having a good night's sleep. That's exactly why parrotfish go to extreme lengths to prevent this from happening. Every night before going to sleep, parrotfish secretes a mucus cocoon that envelops their entire bodies with a protective biopolymer.
Maybe.
Something similar to a mosquito net. Wow.
Maybe that's what you're trying to do.
Is that
with your cold situation? Your mucus cocoon.
Gross. That's disgusting.
As you can see, I've done lots of wonderful things on my board.
You sure have.
I sure have. I've almost enclosed my crab.
Neat.
2 sardines, 1 cod, and 2 herring.
Hopefully my coughing doesn't get too irritating. I'm trying to keep it under control. All right. Nature's natural mosquito net, yeah. Bleh. Oh boy. No.
Yeah, those aren't great shapes left.
No,
I think
really
we're both
can't,
in the same situation.
I really can't
also.
do much else with that. So, what else can I do? I think my second guy is gonna go to market. Is he gonna go to market? You don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go to market. So, on a market turn, I can complete up to 2 of the contract cards. So, for my first one, let's see. Wow, those are some expensive sardine ones. So I guess we're going to do this one here. So that's 2 sardines, 1 herring, and 1 cod. Take one of my little lighthouses, and I'm going to take the upgrade to my sardines. So that moves my little sardine tracker up a space, meaning that from now on I always enter the market phase with at least 1 sardine. Now I could do another one, but I have 1 cod left. So I can't really fulfill any more contracts, but what I can do is sell that last cod for $1. Alright. Now, I wasn't able to surround my crab or get my shrimp bonus, which kind of stinks. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at how many rows or columns I've completed. So I've only completed 1 row. So I'll take 1 multiplied by a value of 3. So I will get $3 going into the next round. So I'm going to take a 5 and replace 2. 2. Oh, and then these, the scrap goes back. These tiles are discarded. We'll just discard them down here.
Okay. And get a new board.
And then I get a new board. We'll go with that. How's everybody's weekend going so far? Anybody doing anything fun or exciting?
I'm also going to market because I can't fit any of those on my board.
Yeah.
So, what do I have? 2 sardine, 2 herring, 1 cod. So I could do the same one that you did. Ugh.
Or you could do a public, or a today's catch.
Yeah, I think I might do a today's catch, actually.
I thought about doing that. I probably should have.
I'm going to do this one here. Wait, no. Do I have a sardine? I'm going to do this one here. So 1 cod and 1 sardine, right?
Yes.
And that'll give me this one, which will let me bump up my sardine also.
And a cannery symbol.
And I get a cannery symbol. And I put my lighthouse on one of these, right?
No.
I don't?
Not only for the public contracts, not for the today's catch.
Alright, that's fine. I'll stick with it then. And then we flip a new one over because my turn's done now. And then I have to cash out here. Mm-hmm. And I've got 2 full rows completed, so I get $6.
Yes.
And then this goes away, these go back to scrap. And then I sell off what's left.
Correct.
So I don't have enough sardines to get any money, so that goes back down. I've got 2 herring.
That's $2 more bucks.
Wait, that can't be right. Oh, I didn't spend any herring, did I, on here? Yeah, okay. Yep, so 2.
Warren says, I accidentally slept in a little too long. Since then, coffee. I replaced a wall outlet, and now I'm installing window insulation while you're on my TV.
Wow.
Busy morning so far, yeah. I have not been that productive.
That goes away.
Get out of here. We were just talking about we need to install some window insulation down here in the basement because the other day, like here in Michigan, we've had like really strong winds like several days within the past couple of weeks. And down here in the basement, our windows are pretty drafty. So we were sitting here and we could watch the shades from the window moving as the wind blew.
It's pretty bad.
Hey guys, love the new look. I feel like I'm in the future of gaming. It's the future. Welcome, Locke. How is your day going? All right. So, that is that. We are going to now... So now these get wiped, and we get... So we got this fancy bag. It's like the Kickstarter version of the bag, I suppose. It's got this cool tuna symbol on it, which I appreciate. So we're gonna refill these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then. See, and then Jen gets to pick where the ship sails to.
And it can't be. I can't leave it there. I have to move it.
You can leave it there.
I can leave it there.
Yeah, but
okay.
you don't have to. You choose where it goes. Fixing stuff in the house is so satisfying once I build up the willpower to actually do it. Yeah, see, my problem is I'll get a project in mind, I'll start it, and then lose motivation partway through. Especially if it's a big project. And then there it sits for a while. A while.
I think I will sail over here.
Burp, burp. Going good. Had cheer competition for Bree this morning. Yeah. Birthday party for my niece in a bit with my whole family. Wow. Which I think will be nice because we missed Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then I came home and worked out for an hour. Feeling pumped right now. Nice.
Wow. Look, everyone's being way more productive than us today. Oh, no, I worked today. I'm more productive also.
I worked on stream stuff. Does that count?
No. Ugh. It's a hobby. You were basically having too much fun today. That's what you did.
I'm okay with
it. Do I go first then?
Yes. So now you are going to get...
Because it starts from the start,
starts from... Yep, exactly.
I'm salmoning it up.
Salmoning.
$6 and a salmon.
She is casting a salmoning circle. Oh, come on.
No.
See, Oren says, Jen, it's so much work.
Oh, I can tell from... I can still hear what goes on down here, so I hear all the, like, frustrated grunts and all that action.
I had one productive day in a row. Excellent. I mean, you can't have multiple without getting that first one, right?
Oh, I go twice in a row.
Nope.
No.
Not now.
I don't.
We only did that with the
I know now. After I said it, I realized.
See, Selfish Lock like that salmoning circle.
Don't encourage him. He can't turn it off once it starts. It's just endless.
What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? I'm gonna go for herring. Stream setup is work for sure. Yeah, his nickname is Tuna. A few fish puns and jokes are allowed.
Fine. I think I will go for sardines now.
Oh, Locke, I forgot.
New City Board Games. What the poop?
Wait, this stays at 1.
Alright, and then I go last. We're gonna go sardines also, but we're gonna go after you.
Ugh. Alright. To the market? Or fishing?
To the whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing. I will go fishing. I want this one.
Oh!
Shoot, is this one?
Does it like games? Does it? Does it? Does it like to play?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Kelleris and I have been doing Fitbit challenges most of the week, so I've been trying to kick some butt today. All right. Oh, yeah, I saw that, I think we talked about it on Oren and Kylar's stream last night, but apparently she's looking to do like a fitness channel in their Discord where people can go in and motivate each other and everything. I think that's going to be really helpful. I tend to need something like that, or else I don't stick with it.
I need, like, painful motivation.
Do it!
Do it, I'm hitting your finger with a hammer.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm going fishing also. And I'm going to take this one down here.
Oh, I was supposed to put all of mine in when I did that one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So I've got 2 sardines. Oh, technically I've got 3 sardines with my 2 of those and 1 of those.
So
that sounds fun when I'm not sick, right? Yeah.
So does the crab have to be surrounded this way too, or is it
yes,
just
all the way around.
That's impossible.
Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry.
How do you even do that? I feel like we're not doing something right. Stop doing what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure this out.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberry.
Hey, Emmys! Thank you so much for the sub. Appreciate it.
Is that what made that happen?
No, that was me hitting a different button. And
That's
I happened to
interesting
hit it
choice.
just at the exact same time that Emmy's subbed in.
Interesting choice, if so.
That's awesome, Emmys. Thank you so much.
Oh, okay.
Got it figured out?
Oh, no.
No.
Look at that wrong row. Oh, maybe.
I wondered if it was an alert too. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I wouldn't put an insult as my sub alert.
I didn't want to talk to you about your business sense, but
I feel like that maybe wouldn't be the best approach. Thanks for subbing. Your mother smells like a hamster, or whatever it was. Your mother was a hamster.
that's horrible. All right, I think I'm going to the market.
Locke says I might. Yeah, I can see that.
Ugh, the market is stupid, though. I can't do anything in the market. All right, I'm going fishing. Change my mind.
Fishy, fishy.
I go fishing.
Oh, you're the worst.
Sorry.
I got all excited when you were going to the market. I'm like, oh, I can take that one.
Then it gives me another salmon. But so I'd have to turn in my ice chest now, right?
No.
No. Why?
You do that when you do a market action.
Oh, so I get to keep it.
Yeah.
That was what I couldn't figure out. Was like, how do you ever finish things? Okay, so all right.
Wow. Wow. Alright, Oh, man. I think I'm gonna go fishing also.
Wait, sorry, I covered my last shrimp, so I get to pick one of these for it to go on.
Yes. You might want to check the rulebook. I don't know if you do it now or if it's when you take the market action. That I don't recall. Alright. I'm taking, I believe, this one.
Yeah, you move it right when you trigger the bonus.
Ugh, I don't want to do that. That's going to cover up my crab. Hold on.
I'm picking the fish anywhere bonus. So when I'm supposed to fish from under the boat, I can take one from anywhere instead.
That one is handy.
What'd you do? Okay.
I fished. I love Wes Anderson film. Have you seen The French Dispatch yet? I have not. We don't watch a ton of movies, though, necessarily. Uh-oh, what's going on with your camera?
Who?
Your camera keeps flickering.
My camera?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wonder why that is. Are you guys seeing that on your end, or is that just something that's on our end? If it's just like an occasional thing, it's not a huge deal. All right. Big movie buffs in your house, yeah. And most of our friends are and everything. We don't tend to watch a ton of movies, and when we do, it's a lot of the same movies. Like, we will rewatch series that we love a lot, like the Harry Potter series, the Lord of the Rings series, things like that. But we don't really go out and watch new movies too often.
No, in fact, we talked about watching The Matrix 4 because it's off HBO in like a couple weeks.
Yeah,
but it feels like once we know we want to watch it, it's like homework to watch it.
Yeah.
And I gotta find a time to watch it, and then it's just so much effort.
If somebody tells me, "Oh, you gotta watch this movie," then it's like, oh. I don't know why that is. It's kind of messed up. All right, so that's the end of the round. So that gets discarded. Emmys didn't like the new Matrix.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's kind of disappointing. I've heard conflicting things. Some people seem to really like it. Some people seem to really not. Did I put out the right number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Haven't seen it yet? No spillers. But it felt like a made-for-TV movie. Oh, really?
Although I do enjoy made-for-TV movies, so maybe I will like it.
Is it like...
It's like a Hallmark Christmas love story.
Okay. And then I get to choose where to go. Mm-hmm. We'll go here.
What?
What do you mean, what?
That's not really helpful for me at all.
Oh. Also, it's the green name invasion on your stream today. Yeah, I see that. Team Green. Go green.
Go white.
Okay. I'm gonna do a thing. What that thing is, I don't know.
Ooh, I know what I'm doing.
I think I'm gonna pay $4 to go to the herring spot. Side note, the meeple badges look great on mobile. Oh, cool. That's good. That's good. Glad to hear that. I haven't really looked at my own stream on mobile, so I really don't know how any of the stuff looks.
I got a sardine.
You sardined.
I did.
Okay. I'm gonna no scrap because that's all I can afford to do right now.
Ooh, okay.
Pretty much only really like the first one anyway, so I can't really get excited for the new one. Yeah, I mean the first one was I mean, I rewatched the first Matrix movie so many times.
Yeah, I think my mind was blown with that movie.
Yeah,
Like, wow.
I literally watched it like multiple days in a row, multiple times each day for like at least a couple of months, I think.
Did you also dress up like Keanu Reeves walking around?
You'd like to think I did.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Same here, but the highway chase scene in 2 was really cool. Yeah, 2 was okay. I still liked 2. It wasn't as good as 1, but it's always it's the same thing with almost all the movies, right? Like the first one blows your mind, second one has a hard time living up to the expectations, but it's Clay knows kung fu. All right.
I got a hearing also.
You also got herring.
Yes.
Okay. Jen is no longer hard of herring.
Yeah.
Alright, so I go first. Interesting.
Interesting.
Alright, then I'm going to go fishing with my first one. And we're going to take this one right here. And I get to release that.
Where's your sardines? Or no, you
I
only
didn't
went...
take sardines, I took no
No
scrap.
scrap, okay.
Yep.
That's right.
Did anyone catch second episode of Boba Fett? It was a real banger. No, we haven't started watching it yet.
So the same thing applies to movies as series shows for us. We're horrible
Whoops.
about watching movies, and we're horrible about watching any new series shows.
Sorry about that. It paused my chat for some reason.
When do I put my fish... If I don't go fishing right now, when do I put
You
my
can do it
fish in?
before you do the market action
Okay.
also.
Yeah. Get a crab.
Started watching it but fell asleep. Uh-oh. Guess it wasn't that great for you then. Not that it was bad, it was just after stream. Oh yeah, for sure. That'll take a little bit out of you, right? Around 2 a.m. this morning. Woof.
I get a crab.
You do the market action.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, okay. Then yes.
Okay.
Oh, I get my shrimp bonus. Shrimp bonus.
What'd you do? Money?
Money.
Okay.
Because I have none.
I have none. So I'm going to market.
It's just like real life.
Can't do any of these still. Oh, I can do that one.
Bum, bum.
I will do...
Oh, I haven't. I didn't adjust my...
I'm going to do this one. 2 salmon, 1 herring, 1 cod. 1, 2... 1 herring, 1 cod. And so I have to put my lighthouse over on this other side of the line since you're already claiming one on this side. And if I... Tuna.
I'm trying to look at my board.
No, look at me. If I pick this one, I get to take any one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just get 1 point.
But you'll only get 1 point at the end of the game.
But
right?
this one here is I take... What?
You take a sardine scrap. I'll rewatch Bubba with my wife and 13-year-old, so it's all good. Craving all the root beer lately. Jen and I went to the Electric Cheetah for lunch a while back, and it was kind of cool because they had like a bunch of different types of root beer
like
that
a
you
root
could
beer
try.
menu.
Yeah. It was really cool. We do have a zoom for that too. I can zoom in on. I can actually zoom in on Jen's board. It's backwards, but if I flip it, then.
What's backwards?
Yeah, like so, like all the text and everything is flip flopped. It's mirrored.
Oh, okay. So now I have to sell my ice trap. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 rows. So $12.
Yes. Selfish says, "I love Electric Cheetah." That was my first time being there.
Mine too. Wait, no.
And I really liked it.
Second. Well, first
You
for
had
that
been there
location.
before.
Not
Yeah,
that
first.
location.
Right.
Yeah. Then these go away, and then I sell these guys. So this is $1. Oh wait, no, I only have one.
Expanse, best sci-fi show since
$1
Battlestar
for
Galactica.
$6.
I've heard The Expanse is really good.
And then these go away.
Black likes the transition.
Okay, put those over there. Take a new one. And yeah.
Right, and then you get to go again.
What? I just went.
Yeah.
With my new board now I go again?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We keep playing until the game is done.
That took a lot of like brain power to go
Like,
to the
we're not
board.
done yet? Come on.
What the heck?
They used to have a sandwich called the Decepticon. I don't remember what I got.
You got
It was some like... It was like brisket with like... I think it was... I want to say shiitake mushrooms, goat cheese, and something else.
yeah.
But I don't remember what
No,
else.
I can't remember either.
But it was really good.
Yeah, because it was my second choice, I think. I think I'll buy this one. Over here. Okay.
All of that sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, anything with mushrooms and goat cheese, I probably am going to like it. Mm-hmm. Dan says, watched a little, amazing. I held off because I wanted to read the books. And he says, I want to read them too. I need more after the series ends. The series only goes to book 6, and there are 8 books. Okay. Yeah, maybe that'd be a way for me to consume the series, would be to read the books instead. That I may be more likely to do that than actually finish the TV series.
All right. I've placed my thing.
Okay. Phew. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going to market. Market. All right, I get a crab. I'm going to use my money bonus for $5 more.
Oh dear.
Let's see. What do I want?
Oh, whoops.
I think I'm going to go for... I'm going to spend 5
Ah!
sardines.
How'd you get 5 sardines? Gross.
I got 4 on my board and I start with 1.
Gross, gross, gross.
2 herring, 1 cod, and we're going to... I'm going to take the 6 points here.
Ugh.
And then second one, I'm going to do a... Let's see. I don't know if I can do any more public. Everything is really expensive with sardines.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot you could do 2 per market.
Yes.
But if you go this, you can only do 1 still?
Nope.
You could
do any combination of 2.
Oh, man. I probably missed out then. It's
fine. Excellent. I'm going to spend a salmon and a herring to take this one. Which is going to move up my herring meter.
Your herring meter?
My herring aid.
No.
Oh.
As a stretch.
6-year-old is repeatedly saying my continuous jokes out of context today is cracking me and Becky up. I need to be careful. Uh-oh. She goes back to her family, they're going to be like, who are these people? The sardine market seems really salty. Sardines always make me think of Sophia from the Golden Girls for some reason. Huh. Okay. Is there a reason for that? That I'm not
I don't
remembering?
recall. Sardines don't make me think of her, but...
Okay.
I'm not sure.
That's a new one.
But I haven't watched it in a while, so maybe that's why.
Okay, and then I also have 4 of my 5
Ugh.
on either one.
Ugh.
So
Ugh.
that's $12 for me. For me. And all of these go away. Never said it made sense. That's it. That's true. You did not. This one. Okay.
And you guys sell what you got left, right?
Oh yeah, sorry. Which will be $3 more.
Gross.
I'm just gonna take. It's fine.
It's fine. Alright, then we gotta refill these. Got it.
Did you?
I did.
Did you?
I did.
I've been really itching to buy new games lately.
What ones?
I don't know.
Just
All of
just
them.
any games.
Well, it feels like it's been forever since we've bought a new game.
Didn't we just go out of the box like end of November and buy like a whole bunch? What? Didn't we? Yeah. Like we both look at the games.
Did we?
I thought we did. Check your text to Carl.
Yeah, you'd probably know.
I feel like we just bought like a big load from them.
I feel like I'm at an impasse with what video game to play.
Oh.
I don't know. What do you like? Not that I'd be the person to ask anyway. I feel like Selfish Lock and Oren and Kylaris would be better suited to answer that question. Just talked to Becky about going to Gen Con this year. She may go with me / us. Ooh, that would be cool.
January 30.
Yep, January 30 is when tickets go on sale. We are already planning on doing that, pending any future nonsense.
I don't know why I was thinking arrest for some reason. But I don't
Pending any future arrests.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, if I get arrested, I probably won't go. But I don't foresee that being an issue.
That's good.
But
good.
if it happens to come up, then yeah.
I don't know why I thought that. Hopefully it wasn't like a future
Premonition.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Let's just assume it was Carl's arrest, and then that way it makes sense.
Yeah, Carl, if you get arrested, I'm sorry, but I'm probably still going to Gen Con. Let's go here. Yeah, that'd be really cool if Becky ended up going also. I think the thing about Gen Con is at least, especially when it gets to being a little bit more back to normal, which I'm hopeful for. There are so many things to do, even if you aren't necessarily into playing games. Like we actually don't. We play quite a few games at Gen Con, but we don't necessarily spend all of our time there playing games because there are so many other things to do.
Yeah, it's almost like the downtime is when you play games sometimes.
Right,
like
yeah. There's
want to take a break from walking around.
Yeah, it's such a spectacle. There's so many things going on. I gotta move these down, and then these restart at 1. And then I am going to do I'm gonna do a salmon action. Summoning salmon.
Okay.
Becky loves games too. Also, we like restaurants and exploring. Tons of really good restaurants and breweries and bars and things in that area. So.
Yeah.
Also, she's from Indianapolis.
Oh.
Well
Well,
there we
yeah.
go.
She knows.
She can play our tour guide.
Yeah. What the heck do I want to do? Some cat.
2 peas in a pod, yeah. Yeah, she's wonderful. 10 years of marriage as of 9th of November. Wow.
Okay. Congratulations.
Yeah. 10 years, that's a big milestone.
Yeah.
She just said go to the Children's Museum. It's amazing. Oh. I mean, we don't take our kids with us to Gen Con.
No. Only because that's our getaway.
Right. I mean, so we used to do kind of the same thing when we would go to the music festivals. So we used to go to a music festival in central Michigan area called Wheatland, and that was that's kind of that's where we would go to be adults for a while, not have to worry about where the kids are, what's going on, keeping them entertained, and all this stuff. I mean, we do a lot of family trips and stuff also, so that they don't constantly get left behind. But that's kind of our one thing that it's this is our us time that we're gonna go and do things that we enjoy without having to worry about it. It's amazing for adults. We had a lot of fun when we took Mason there when we had him. Oh, cool. I mean, yeah, children's museums are a lot of fun. They tend to have a lot cooler stuff to do, I would say, than regular museums a lot of times. Oh, you're up again. last time we took a more of a walk downtown, which normally we wouldn't do because we will rarely leave the convention area. But last year because there wasn't quite as much going on, we did take a walk down. What's the name of that? The big monument down there. There's a name for that area, but it was really neat. So we went down to Rocket Fizz, and
it's like a pop store.
Yeah, they have like a ton of different types of like really sodas, weird, really weird flavored sodas. So we picked up a few of those, a bunch of like retro candies and things like that too, which is kind of fun.
So much candy.
We are using it as a getaway idea. We need to teach these kids. We need a break lately. It's been intense. Yeah, no doubt. Monument Circle. Yes, that's it. Yep. Yeah, that area was super pretty. Really neat looking. Mm-hmm. And then on the way back, that's when we stopped at the bar.
The bar. I can't remember the name of it.
It's like it's an Irish name, and it was full of Indiana football fans. I want to say it starts with a K.
Oh, it does. It did start with a K. Kilroy's.
Kilroy's?
No, is that a fudge shop? No, Kilroy's? Did I make that? Or is that like a store?
Are you thinking of Kilwins?
Maybe. I don't know.
I can't remember.
Me either.
Indy's a pretty city. It really is. Yeah. Yeah, the downtown area there is really nice. We do a lot of kind of wandering around down there.
And I just like any of the cities, they have all the buildings like connected by like the gerbil tunnels.
Yeah.
I think that's so nice to be able to get around, especially if it's, raining or not nice weather outside. Or the gate when there's the game, there's traffic everywhere.
Yep. And during Gen Con, it's usually middle of the summer and it's super hot. Well, if you take the skywalks, then you can stay inside and stay out of the heat a little bit. That's always nice too. I'm gonna get the sardines. Half price bookstore is usually a stop for us when we're down there. They sell tabletop games too. Oh, okay.
Is that like in the main downtown area?
Is that I was gonna say whereabouts downtown is that?
Oh, at the German place.
Whoa.
Oh, I just got excited about it.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Rathskeller's. Rathskeller's German restaurant. Yeah. Super good food. I always leave there way too stuffed.
Yeah.
And they had deals on Oberon, which was nice.
Like huge, what were they, 32 ounce Oberons?
Yeah, like like you would imagine from a big
for like $5
German bar.
It was crazy.
I guess I'm gonna go fishing first.
How about you don't? And how about don't take the one that I want? Don't. Okay, that's fine.
Is that the one?
You already touched it. You have to take it. Oh, 2 shrimp. What? And also fishy.
1, 2. This one?
Yep.
And 2 salmon. Go.
1.
Oh.
Oh, no. 2. How do I...
Girl loves her German food, don't judge. No, I mean it's really good German food
good.
too. Like their potato salad was really good. I love German potato salad, and this was super good. I don't even remember what I got. I want to say it was the schnitzel.
I like how we're so old. We just can't remember like words or names of things. Like.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I mentioned that they had cheap Oberon also. So.
That's true. Well, where do I want to put this?
There's a mall that she says used to be good just south of Monument Circle. Yeah, what is it called? Oh my gosh. I want to say it was something like Circle City Mall or something like that.
Oh,
I've never been in there. I am the German. Just got my ancestry DNA results today. Oh, awesome, Locke. That's cool. I have always wanted to do one of those. One of these days, I'm going to actually do that. But I thought I was the old one. Oh, sorry. I was confused by your last comment. Then I saw what Emmys was saying. Yeah, I've always wanted. We'll have to chat about that on Discord or something maybe. Also, just a reminder, I did Circle Center connected to the convention center. Yes, Circle Center Mall. I've heard that's a pretty good place to go if you want to get like inexpensive foods. People will walk through the gerbil tunnels to get there, to go to the food court and stuff.
Throw that away for $3.
This one?
Yeah.
Why would you do that one?
Because I need $3.
But why that one?
Because you might need that one.
I did need that one. You're the worst. I forgot. I have a bonus. I'll take this bonus then.
Oh. Guess you have to use your bonus then, huh? Oh. I actually forgot I had that bonus, so I probably could have just fished from somewhere else. Oh well. It all worked out.
Alright, I'm going fishing. I'm going to use my fishing bonus.
Oh shoot, I lost my shrimp bonus. Oh, see, it's karma.
Why did you lose your shrimp
Because
bonus?
I covered up my shrimp, but I hadn't used... So now I have to move it to a different one, don't I? Yep. Man, see, that's what happens.
Games bring out the best in us, don't they? Yeah, no doubt. Why? So I did extend the community challenge also, so that is something that you can contribute your channel points to. Rage. So the community challenge being, if we hit the goal, I will do a game by game walkthrough for each game in the library here. My extended family would get into huge arguments over Uno. Yeah, I've heard about that. We don't play Uno too much. We tend to play more, I think Fuji Flush and Llama have really kind of replaced Uno for us. I did get this one for Christmas, Spicy, which I think is going to be kind of a similar type of game to those kind of social card game type of things. I think that's going to be a good one for that. Oh, and I'm fishing, sorry. So I'm going to take this one, and this one goes down here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And that gets me a cod and a herring. Harumph.
Harumph.
Spicy. May bring trash pandas to the B-Day party today. Oh, cool. Yeah, you'll have to teach me that one sometime, Locke. Pictionary was a disaster one year too.
That's his family, right? You guys stopped playing it.
We used to play it every year at like a family gathering that we used to do, and then one year it got into it was pretty overly competitive, and we decided, you know what, this isn't a lot of fun anymore. You guys have been enjoying... Oh, Trash Pandas? Yeah. It looks cute. They are cute. Wait, no. Oh. What are you up to over there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, the little baby one.
5. Starting to spread out a little bit there. We don't talk about Pictionary anymore. Yep. Pictionary's a sore subject. Don't actually know when it was invented. Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, it was probably just one of those like societal, like the what's the word, like folk games that people used to play, and somebody just threw it in a box with a logo and sold it for money. Just like Telestrations used to be Eat Poop You Cat.
And probably 18 things before that.
Right. Oh, it's me again.
It's you. It's you.
Let's see. I don't think I want to spend that much money. We'll go with COD for $6. Yeah, you guys I've got nothing but green names on my screen right now, and I can't tell which one of you is which unless I look very closely. Excuse me. Yeah.
Right. Oh, this is crazy. It's crazy. $8.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy.
Wait. Oh,
No.
oh, it's me again. Sardines.
Jeez.
Nickelodeon. Isn't that the...
Yeah, I think it was. Team Red. Good choice. That's
Gross. That's
that's
not
my
fair.
color. So good choice, Emmys. Any fun beverages today?
No.
Coffee.
Water.
I mean,
I have to work today, so...
yeah. We're not doing it. It's a little early to start that yet. I do have some zombie killer mead up in the upstairs fridge.
I had a dream that you drank 3 of them.
Why 3?
I don't know.
That's weird.
But did you?
No.
It was a dream then. That was a weird thing to have a dream about. Because I remember opening the fridge up and being like, why did you drink these 3 last night?
All right. Last one is gonna go here. I'm gonna spend $4 and take a herring.
Herring.
Did I not take? I didn't take my cod scrap.
Oh.
It's like 6 p.m. in Australia.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's 3 o'clock-ish. I mean, it's not like it's that early to start, but generally speaking...
I would normally, but I have to work. Otherwise, I would have.
Zombie Killer Mead sounds potent. It's not super strong. It's like a cherry mead. I think it's a cherry sizer, which means it's like cherry, apple, and honey.
I'm the captain now.
Yes.
I get to pick where we go.
Yeah, Emmy's. It's from a meadery in the Detroit area called Bee Nectar. In fact, if you ever run across any of their stuff, most of their meads are pretty good. I have a beer in the fridge called Cafe Death.
Ew.
Becky got it for me for Christmas. Yeah.
Sounds scary.
I'm assuming is it a coffee? Like a coffee stout? Death isn't a typo.
I'm using my shrimp bonus to take a sardine.
Shrimp bonus.
Okay, and I went to the market. Oh wait, shoot, I forgot to add my crab in. Two of those. Okay. So I'm at the market. I can do two things. First off, I'm going to buy that. 2 sardines, 2 salmon.
You know it's a coffee stout. It's me. Right. It definitely sounded like a coffee stout.
Then for my next one, can I buy anything? I don't think that gets flipped to my turns over.
You can't have it.
We can't put more than one on the card?
No. Well, no. Not based on what's already out here. Like if you put one here, you could still put one here. You just couldn't put one on the same side of the line.
So I couldn't put one here?
No, you cannot.
Because anyone being on one side.
Right.
Okay.
Ever tried a milk beer? I couldn't take it. Yes, I have tried. The ones brewed with like lactose. They're good. Not my favorite type of beer, but I thought they were okay. What was the one, like the creamsicle or something?
Yes.
It was like an orange. It was an orange IPA brewed with lactose, so it had a very creamsicle flavor to it. Well, that was pretty good.
Decided I don't want to do that one. I'm going to do this one instead. Right?
Was that your last one?
My last what?
Oh, no. I thought that was your... Oh, you already have all 4 symbols.
I do.
You're the worst.
Okay, and I gotta sell this because I went to the market. Oh, I got a crab. And... what was that? 4?
I got worms.
2, 3, 4. So $12. So these go away. And I gotta sell these bad boys, so $4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
Okay.
New board. These go back up to where they belong. Done.
Can't really use any of those. Okay, I have to take a shower now or my family won't want me in the car. Glad I was able to stop by and see the new setup and hang out with the two of you. Yeah, thanks for stopping
Good
in,
to
Locke.
see you, Locke.
Yep, appreciate it. Have fun at your birthday party. Alright, I guess I'm gonna go to market also. So we're gonna do this. Take those 2 spots. So I got a crab. This did not go up, and this did not go up because I hadn't put those in yet. Because I started with 1 of these, so I should be at 3, and I started with 0 of these, but I have 2 on my board, so I should be at 2. It's fine. Trust me. So I got the crab. I got the crab. Let's see. What do I need? Everything. Literally everything. I'm gonna get, let's see, 2 salmon, or 2 herring and 1 salmon. So I'm gonna grab this one here. And then spend 1 sardine, 1 herring, 1 cod, and 1 salmon. This one here, which is going to bump up my blue and my pink. Yes, that is what I'm going to do. Right. And then I can sell my stuff. I've got 4 columns for $12. Whoa, just throwing money around. Okay. Oop. And then I gotta sell. Got $2 for that.
And did you take your new or move your shrimp bonus to a new one or no?
I already had, and then I did that when I first covered it, and then I used it. So
gotcha. This
is that shrimp bonus.
Gotcha.
So I don't get a new one, unfortunately. New ice chest. I don't know which side I want to do. We'll say this one. Because why not? Alright, and then I gotta reset stuff to my things. Alright. Oh, and then I get to go again.
You again.
Good, because I just emptied everything out. We'll go fishing. Ugh, jeez. Maybe I'll take this one. That's pretty nice.
Oh my god.
So that, and that.
That was the one I was gonna take.
You mean, oh my god?
Oh my god. Here's something else, honey. Well, flugelhorn. What do I want to do then? Because I'm also going fishing. I guess I'll take this one.
So many options.
I know. Alright. Up one. Up one.
Have a good afternoon, guys. I'm gonna get some choirs done. Wow.
Chores? That's what I'm thinking. Or choirs. I don't know. We don't know.
Are you in multiple choirs? Wow. No, Emmys, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Thanks so much for the sub also.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great. Really appreciate it. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. I think we're getting pretty close to the end here.
Yep, down to the last couple refills, I think. All right, you're up again.
I think we're gonna go for the herring for $4.
$4. Get some sardines for 2. And then actually just might get more sardines.
What?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. If I go in front of myself, do I have to pay myself?
I mean, you could. It wouldn't change anything. It'll make you feel better.
I don't want to shortchange myself. Because at this point, is there a difference between going for the cod or the herring? Aside from... Well, actually, I guess I probably need that more than I need anything else, so we're going to do that anyway. So that's $6 for the cod.
And you are the captain. Where are we sailing to?
Did I go... Oh, I did go first. I should have done that. I should have moved before we bid.
Oh.
Whoops. Actually, I think I'm okay with where we are.
But I am not.
Good.
So I'm going to need you to move that ship.
Excellent. I'm going fishing. I'm going to fish for this. So that gets me a salmon and a cod. And then I can put another card in there and my herring in there. If I put this here, yeah. If I put this here, then I don't get the money. And I need money.
You're fine. You don't need money.
I need money. Figure I should at least do this. Then I at least have one done.
You're up again.
I am up again.
You just had like 4 turns in a row, I feel like.
I kind of did. Boy, you really need a lot of sardines in this game.
You do. It's a sardine-heavy game. And they're so little.
it's a sardine-heavy game. What do I need? I'm gonna go to the market.
What is this?
I don't know.
Captain, this is your weird captain voice.
So I got another crab.
What?
Oh, shrimpy shrimp. The shrimpening. Oh, you know what? Since I got the shrimp, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to use that to take a scrap. And I'll take a cod for my scrap.
Oh.
There.
Why would you put it there?
Why wouldn't I put it there?
Why would you put it there?
Why wouldn't I put it there?
I don't know. What's the point of putting it there?
Because then I have...
But then you get 2 columns completed if you put it in the middle there.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you're right. I was looking at these thinking, oh, no, because those are empty. But, yeah, they count as full. Right, that doesn't actually fit there. Okay. Duh! Okay. So I got my crab.
Mm-hmm.
I've already done my shrimp bonus thing. I'm going to... Let's see... I'm going to spend a cod and a salmon to get to today's catch.
Does that put you at a 3 out of the 4?
Yes. It bumps up my salmon. And then I'm going to spend a sardine, a cod, and a salmon to get that one, which is
Gross.
my 4th.
Gross, gross, gross.
Alright. Then I've got 3 columns for $9. And I'm selling off a lot.
Yeah, you are. That's a lot of fish.
So I'm selling this for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I thought that was a really good turn.
It was not bad.
I don't like that. I don't like it. Well, I think I have to go fishing. So I think this should fit if I
feel like I'm too far over on this camera.
gotta put these.
Is that any better? There, now I'm at least not hanging off the edge of the screen.
Alright, got my shrimp bonus. So I'm gonna do... I guess pick from anything. And then my second one, I'll have to go to the market now. Oh, I gotta shoot, I didn't move up my things. What did I just put on here? 2...
I mean, you can count.
I can count, that is true.
I mean, yeah, that sounded a little ruder than I meant it, but you know how to count.
So helpful. Alright, so yes, I did count and confirm that I'm good. So I have to buy some stuff. Okay, I think I'm going to sell 5 sardines, 1 cod, and 3 salmon. And I'll get this card here. So get on the 7.1. And then, do I have stuff left to buy? Oh, I guess I could get that one. That 2 salmon one.
How?
Uh-huh. Yeah, how? Exactly. Good question. I could not get that one. But
You could get almost anything but that one.
Everything but that one. I'll do the 1 cod and the 1 herring to get this one then. Which will move my herring up 1. And then I gotta get rid of this stuff, and I got a bunch of crap. I did not get my crab. Boo. 1, 2, and I only get $6. Right, 3 per roll? 3 per roll.
Yes. Yep. Correct.
Gotta get rid of these. Could take those. And then do we reshuffle the pile there? Because we're out of...
Yes.
Then I sell this herring for 1, this cod for 1, so $2 extra.
You want to take the other?
Is this extra one?
Huh?
Where's this from?
That's the one that was left.
Is
so
it?
It's yours.
Oh my gosh, I didn't see that there was one left. Oh man.
If I lose this to you, I'm gonna feel real bad about myself.
I'm struggling today.
At least we both are.
Yeah, that's true. We're equally matched. It's fine.
We are equally struggling.
Which one is this one? This one. Okay. All right, so we got a refill.
Yes.
Oh, it just feels like a bunch of little bitty ones.
Yeah, all the big ones tend to get grabbed first because they're more in the way.
Oh, we still got at least one more refill left. I'm the captain,
You get to go first now.
so I got to pick where I'm going to first, right?
Yep. It looks like stream's held up.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, I'm going
good.
to stay where we are, actually.
I'm actually kind of glad about that.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like we've dropped anything. I've seen your camera flicker a little bit, which makes me a little bit nervous, but I can mess around with that and see if I can figure out why that would be. Hey, Legends!
Hello.
How are you doing today? Legends, have you had a chance to play Public Market? Seems like you've played just about everything.
I gotta reallocate my fish.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that also. I need to, remember last time we played this, I got a sardine engine going on early.
You did? I know. I thought you were. I thought you were
I really
doing the
should have
same
done that.
thing.
Yeah, I really should have done that again this time
I was worried.
because those sardines are like super important. They're like the cheapest, smallest fish, but you really need them
To do
for
anything.
just about everything, and you need a lot of them too.
Speaking of, I'm going to go get some sardines.
Doing good. Haven't played Public Market yet. We like it quite a bit. It's got kind of a cool puzzly nature to it. I tend to like set collection type games, so I like it. And I do like the 2-player also. So we've played it once 3-player. This is our first time playing it at 2, and I like it quite a bit.
Yeah, I do too. It doesn't change a lot for me playing at 2, where sometimes if you play at 2, it's totally different.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of reminds me of like 5 Tribes where you've got that bidding order thing.
Yep.
Like you're bidding for turn order, but when in 5 Tribes, you're doing a similar thing where you're bidding with 2 different actions, or bidding for 2 different actions, which means you can set yourself up a little bit. And this kind of has that kind of thing going on. I do like trying new games. Played exactly 100 unique board games last year. Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I played 100 unique for sure.
I wouldn't.
I'm sure I played at least 100 new games, or 100 games last year, but I don't know that they were necessarily unique games. I'm pretty wide open, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some sardines, I guess, also. Over 400 plays. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I'll have to look mine up. I'm not exactly sure. I feel like I did play more games last year than I have in previous years. But I'd have to look at the actual numbers. 7 unique games this year so far? Wow. We haven't... Sorry. We haven't played a ton of games yet this year. Mainly because I've been sick for pretty much the entire year so far, which has put a bit of a damper on things. It's part of the reason why we haven't been streaming as much lately, but we're hoping to get that all squared away now and be able to keep
knock
going.
It off.
Yeah, right. Look at the herring.
All right. I'm going fishing.
What?
But here, fish this one.
I know one girl who wanted to start her year with a lot, so she played 27 games on January 1st.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
How do you even do... Wow, that's a lot.
27 games. How do you even fit 27 games into a day? I mean, they would have to be... Seems like they would have to be fairly short games in order to do that.
Crab! I don't get it yet, though.
No.
Do I get it?
You do it when you do the market.
I want it now. 2, 1 salmon. One of those, and 1 cod.
I am also going fishing. And I'm going to get this one. Do I want to do that? Maybe it'd be better if I work towards my crab.
Work towards your crab.
I'm going to put this over here just because then it's covering that up and it's out of the way. Hopefully it doesn't get in my way. So that's a salmon, a cod, a herring, and a sardine. She must have played a lot of small games, but she finished her alphabet challenge also. Oh, wow.
That'd be tough.
Yeah. In one day she finished her alphabet challenge? That's impressive.
Yeah, but to even have all the games to do it.
Right.
I don't know if we do. Have you
Not
looked?
small games. I don't know that we would. I don't know that we own a game for each letter.
Yeah.
That we could even do that with.
Right.
I'd have to go through. But I don't think we do.
I wouldn't think so.
I think we could get close.
Yeah.
But I don't know that we could do the whole alphabet.
Maybe. You know what? Maybe, because the Z was the one I was thinking, but we've got zombie dice, so...
Mm-hmm.
That's like the hardest one.
What do we have for X? I don't think we have an X game.
Why did I think we had an X game?
Yeah, well, she has over 1,800 board games. Wow.
Oh my gosh. That's got to take up so much room. X. We're going to have to look later. Because
That wasn't Steph, was it? Because I know she's got an insane amount of games and plays just a ton. I don't know that I have an X game. I think that'd be the one that I'm not sure about. Xenoshift Onslaught. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that one. I want to get my hands on Zaya. Like, if I were to play...
That's probably what it is. I was thinking we had Zaya. That's probably what it was.
I wish we had Zaya.
Yeah.
I think it was Steph. Yeah, I wondered when you were talking about how many she played. She's a machine. She plays so many games.
I just can't.
Are you still looking?
Yeah. Sorry.
All right. And
Go to market. Go to market now.
why?
Because you should.
I don't want to. I can't do it.
Then don't listen to your opponent telling you what to do.
Oh man, and I'm already on the scrap one, which stinks because otherwise I could use that again.
Yep. That's right to do too. I had to get rid of that one.
I got a fish.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the personal cooler. Yes. Steph has a. I mean, the amount of games she plays in a year. I saw she posted her. I saw she posted like her final numbers for the year or something, and I mean, I was jealous. I went for an awesome hike today. Did you do another beach hike, Legends? So Legends channel, he does. He lives in Hawaii. He does Hawaii. He does hikes down the beach and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
we were just talking about Hawaii
Yeah,
today.
we
Or was
were.
last
We
night,
were
but
talking
it was-
about. We're gonna have to come visit you, Legends.
I don't know. You're up
Oh,
first,
we're done?
right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just staring at each
Looking
other awkwardly. Went up Diamond Head Crater and streamed from the top. I'll have to check out
fun.
Do you have is the VOD on your channel? I'll have to go check that out.
Is that supposed to be in here?
I don't think that's supposed to be in there.
It's like, 'cause otherwise we got one extra. There's
Saw the ocean from the crater. Ah, man, that would be so cool.
There's only one left in here, and it's a salmon. That's why.
Oh,
Okay.
they
So
probably just
these
got
are gone.
Yeah, okay. All right, so next round will be the beginning of the end game.
Okay. Just wanted a quick look at the 2-player things. I thought there was a couple other things that were. Yep,
I'm surprised my voice is held up. I thought for sure it was going to go out with this head cold that I've had all week.
Yeah.
I thought for sure after a day of streaming it was gonna be gone.
Yeah. I'm surprised it held up too.
All right.
You're the captain. You got to figure out where we're going.
I don't care.
Worst captain ever.
I. Oh, but I have my personal cooler, So maybe I do care. Man, I wish there were tiles that give you like multiple, like if you could get like multiple sardines or something.
Yeah.
That would be handy.
That would be.
I think we're gonna stay where we are.
Lazy captain.
Yep. Yeah, the WOD is up. It was in 3 parts because of lost connections. First stream of the 3 is the best one. Okay, I'll check that one out for sure. That sounds like a super cool video to check out. Yeah, I gotta imagine it's probably easy to lose connection when you're out hiking around out there. What do I want to do? I'm gonna get some cod for $6.
I'm also going to get cod.
And pay me $1.
No.
Come on.
No.
Hanging in there. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Power through.
Doing
Power
all right.
through. You're okay.
I'm gonna make it. Alright. Then I'm gonna get sardines. Is that exactly what
Yes,
you're doing also?
it is. Sardines.
Okay. I'm going to go fishing. Are you going fishing?
I'm going fishing.
That, and then that, and then...
Ooh, isn't that pretty?
Ooh, look at
Pretty,
that.
pretty, pretty.
Alright, so that's 2 more sardines, 1 more cod, and 1 more salmon.
I'm also fishing. And I'm going to take this one.
This game looks like a table hog, but I don't mind that. Yeah, it really kind of is. And the thing is that like none of the components are necessarily super huge, but because of the amount of space you need to lay everything out, it does take up a lot of room on the table. Let me get to... So, like up here, we've got all of our market cards that we can purchase or acquire. And then... Oh, I keep forgetting. I haven't set up that scene yet, so I gotta do this. And then down here, we've got all of the fish tiles that we can get. After a lunch break, I have 1 window done.
Oh.
Hey, done is done.
Out of how many?
It's 1 down.
1 out of 2?
First one always takes the longest. Yeah. Yeah, and then on top of that, everybody's got their own player board with a bunch of stuff on it. Tons of cards that you're going to be acquiring and everything. So yeah, it takes up some space. All right. I'm going to mark it.
Okay. Do not mess with anything I'm going to do.
I'm going to try to. I'm going to try my best.
You're the worst.
Oof.
Did you add up all your numbers right?
started with 2, so I've got 1, 2, 3 sardines on the board.
Cod.
Herring. 1. Oh, yeah, I am down to cod. Cod down!
Cod down. I think salmon might be down too.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You are correct. Wow. I'm glad you're keeping an eye on it.
I know.
Last night I saw the new Spider-Man movie. Totally recommend it. Awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have to, which one is that? No Way Home? Yeah, I've heard that one's really good. Plus, it's got Doctor Strange in it, so I am interested. Now I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to do so I can try and mess with you.
Don't do that. That's not nice. You can't. Actually, nothing you can do can mess with me. I have it all figured out.
Oh, that's no fun. Boy, I really wish I had one more sardine. Oh, that's what you're going for, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Darn it. All right. How many symbols do I have? I've got... Wow, I have 3 of those. What do I need then? Alright, I'm going to do 2 sardines and a salmon to get this one. And then I'm going to do two more salmon to get this one.
Okay, that's literally the only thing you could have done to mess with me.
Was it?
Yes. It is.
Excellent.
It was. You're a horrible person.
I didn't know who was in it before watching it, but love Doctor Strange. Yeah, one of my favorite Marvel characters for sure. Everyone except me left after the first end clip, but the second clip was so awesome. Stay till the end of credits. Yeah, always stay till the end of credits with Marvel. Alright.
God, I'm so mad at you.
And then I'm selling, let's see, 1, 2, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 from that. And I've got 5 times 3 for 15. Oh, and I got my crab.
Are you quite finished? Is that enough for you?
I think I've done enough.
Gosh. I think you just won with that turn. That was dumb. I'm also going to market.
Yeah, I keep seeing your camera flicker.
That's all right.
I don't know why that's happening. I wonder if we just don't have a solid connection with our USB cable. I'll have to reconfigure again. Not everything, just that.
Ugh, ugh, ugh. Ugh. Oh my gosh, Gina.
This side. You're so mean in this game.
6.
I didn't know that's what she didn't want me to do.
Yeah. That one. And then... You're so horrible. And now I can't get the thing I needed. Oh my gosh. I guess I'll do this one for 3. Ugh. So is that automatically, or at the end of the round is when it goes up? It doesn't follow when I get to move. When I get to move the gear up, the fish doesn't just follow automatically. It's like the end of the round when we reset. That's when it goes up then.
Right.
Okay. All right. So that was that.
At the end of the market phase.
Right.
After you've sold everything, then then you reset your fish to the gear.
Crab. Got my crab. 15 for that. So that's all these. And then this goes away also. Get my new board. Then I gotta sell my fish. So I've got $6, $7. And then reset again. And then now we're in final round. Or I mean final flip.
Yes. So you get to decide where the boat goes.
Hold on, I gotta figure out which side I'm using first. Do this one. Okay. We will go.
And you do have to move it to a column with fish in it. That is important.
Go over here.
Okay. Let's get flipped up. Alright, and then these are going to stay in the same order, but now we are flipping over to the sunset side of the board. So now you can choose.
Ugh, everything's so expensive.
Now, if you go to one of these spaces, you have to go fishing, or you go here to do the public market action.
So once you go here, that's the end for your guy.
That's you. Then you are. Yep. That is your final turn of the game.
For that guy, because we got 2 guys. Whatever guy you send there, that's his last turn. I'm positive.
Are you?
Yep.
Are you?
Look at him challenging me.
When a player places their second of 2 meeples on the home location, they will take their final market action. Okay. You are correct.
Thank you.
She
That's
was
all I
right.
wanted to know.
She was right.
All right, good. All right, so if I go here, I have to.
I came up with my top 18 new to me in 2021 list. Oh, cool. Have you? Where do you have? Like, do you have that on your channel? Or where could I see that information? I'd be curious to find out. Everything is expensive now.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I gotta reset my fish.
Yep.
Reset my fish.
That voice is gonna stick if you keep using it. I feel like you're just gonna start talking like that all the time.
Walking around talking like Kermit the Frog. Hi ho, public market here. Do I want to spend that much on a salmon? Things that board gamers say. Salmon is so expensive nowadays. Yeah, I'm gonna salmon it up.
He's gonna salmon it up. All right.
All right. Didn't put it anywhere yet. We'll probably just tell people next Saturday on stream. Okay. Well, I won't make you spoil it then.
$5 for sardines.
Ridiculous. Oh, you know what? I should take that salmon that I just paid for. Oof. Let's go with herring.
All right.
All right.
So you are the first one.
I am the first one. So I'm gonna go fishing. I'm gonna grab some fish. That and that.
Ugh. Worst.
And that.
Alright, I'm also going fishing.
Every other Saturday, I show myself on stream to give results to solo challenge, then add list afterwards. Very cool. Yeah, I haven't gone back and checked out any of your backlog of videos or anything, but I'm definitely gonna have to do that because they sound really cool. Definitely have to check that out. But yeah, I'm very curious to hear what your favorite new to me games are. Sometimes I feel like that's just as like a lot of people will put out like their favorite new this year games, but I get just as big a kick out of hearing what people's like favorite like new to me games are. Especially because I'm kind of in a phase where I'm really enjoying going back and finding like a lot of like classic games that I never got, or classic older titles at least that that I didn't get a chance to play since we got into the hobby a little bit later. So hearing what other people think of some of these older games, I think is really cool. I get a kick out of that. What you doing?
It's your turn.
Waiting for me?
Yeah.
Okay. You're just staring at me awkwardly.
You were talking. I was listening.
Ah. I mean, I guess I'm going fishing, right?
Right. Unless your guy wants to leave the game.
Well, I guess that's not too bad. Yeah, we'll go with that. Why not?
I'm also going fishing. What am I doing? Sardine and cod.
Herring, salmon, and sardine.
All right. Yikes. Oh, I picked I'm captain again?
You are captaining.
I don't like any of those rows. They're kind of both pretty similar. All right, what do I want to buy? Probably just sardines. Because I'm going to run out of money.
Yeah, I am too. Gross. I'm gonna sardine also.
Can more than two of us go there? Could I go to sardines again?
I'm not sure. Oldest game on my list is A Thief's Fortune from Artipia Games from 2018. Enjoyable drafting game that had a past, present, and future parts to the game. Oh, that's neat. I always like that concept. I'm very interested in checking out that game, That Time You Killed Me. That sounds like something that would be right up Jen's alley because it's got kind of an abstract thing going on. Hey, Data. Big hello to Mr. and Mrs. Beer City, and hello, chat. How's it going, Data? How are you doing today? Yeah, That Time You Killed Me looks cool because it's like 3 separate boards. You've got your past, your present, and your future, and what you do on one impacts what happens on the other boards. It sort of reminds me a little bit of Shobu in that, the way that it's abstract and the way that you interact with one thing changes what happens in the other areas. In quarantine, but doing okay. Uh-oh. Honestly, we've kind of been a little bit under... Legend says Team Mrs. Beer City for this game.
I don't know.
Honestly, Legends, that's probably a pretty safe bet.
No, he had a couple of really good turns, so I'm a little worried.
Probably a safe bet.
5. You can, but if you go in front of anybody, you have to pay the person that you're in front of $1.
Make us a sentence. I'm going home.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going home. Okay.
Don't you do your thing now, then? Or no? Does that mean you're doing your...
The market action first?
I guess I don't know how that...
I think so. I think I would take my market action first, then... but we'll check. Yeah, Data, how you feeling? Is everybody all right? My son is being tested on Monday, but staying in quarantine just in case. Yeah, I've been under the weather since the year began, basically, which is, like I said earlier, part of the reason why I haven't been streaming as much lately. That and trying to get the new setup all taken care of and everything. But yeah, I've been kind of trying to keep any going out in public to a minimum lately, just for that reason. I went to work the last few days this week, but that was about it. So I start?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I get my final crab.
No!
Let's see. Then I've got... What can I do? I don't have enough sardines for anything.
Yeah. Sardines are great. Did you put your final one?
Oh, I did not.
Can hear our dog barking upstairs.
Our dog's boofing. I wonder what's going on up there. I don't know that it matters because I'm not going to be able to finish these, and I can't complete any more rows or columns.
Right.
So I'll just put it here in the corner because whatevs. Yes, you're right. Good call. I didn't even see that. All right. Shut up. We're gonna do, let's see, 4 sardines, 3 herring, and 2 salmon.
Mm.
And we'll get this one, which will give me a cod scrap.
Cod scrap.
Now, I can't put that right into my ice chest, can I? I can't remember. I don't think I can.
I don't know. Where's the cod scrap from?
From doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Data, I hope everything turns out all right. Touch of King Domino, seeing all that fish on that one box. What's up?
Was your sardine the scrap that you took here? Because you get to take any scrap when you go here.
Oh, okay. So that would have changed a couple of things.
Yeah.
Because I probably would have put this here then. Because then I could take... Or no. Actually, what I would have done was put this here. And then taken... Hold on. I'm going to rewind this turn a little bit. Just because that would make a big difference as far as what I do. So what did I spend? I spent 4 sardines, 3 herring, 0 cod, and 2 salmon. Okay. And that would let me take any scrap.
Yeah, for the one you picked up as a result of this, you have to save it for your next choice.
Okay, that's what I kind of thought that was the case, but Touch of King Domino, kind of. So we're doing a little bit of like polyomino tile laying here. So this is my ice chest on my fishing boat. So I'm trying to. Oh boy, that's driving me nuts. It's all crooked. So I'm trying to fill in while surrounding certain things or covering up certain things in order to get bonuses. Okay. And then I would take a scrap. I'm going to take... a cod scrap. Which will let me move this. Unfortunately, I didn't even get to use that, but if I move that, then I can immediately use it. Yeah, Data, it's like bidding on turn order, and then set collection and tile laying.
It just says later in the game when you use it. It doesn't say that you can't use it right away. Yeah, so I mean, I would say you could use it because it doesn't say when you have to use it.
Okay. Then I'm going to use that to take... How many do I have so far? I've got 1, 2, 3 of those. Or none of those. I'm going to take another card. Wait, my card is down. Okay. I think I'm caught up here.
Okay.
So, let me do a double count. But salmon start here, plus the 2 on my board. Cod, none, but I've got 3 on my board. Herring start with 1, and I've got 3 on my board. Sardines start with 2, and I've got 2 on my board. Okay. I'm good now. Alright. And I still can't do anything because I can't afford any sardines. So I'm going to do 4 sardines. I'm going to do the same card that I did before. 3 herring and 2 salmon. I'm going to do this one and take this card. No. Not that card. Sorry, I'm going to take this card. Then, to fulfill my second one, I'm going to spend 3 cards.
Oh my gosh, how many sets are you going to have?
A lot.
14?
Was this a convention pickup? It was, yeah. We picked this up at Gen Con. So, this is from Talon Strike Studios, who also did Vinyl, which Carl and I played on stream a few months back. Really like their games so far.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that was my 2. Got my crib, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 times 3 for $12.
Not looking good for me.
I mean, really, if I hadn't rewound that turn, it probably would have.
Well, you weren't finished with your turn though, so.
I wasn't.
Wait, did you took money already? Okay.
Yeah.
And you get money for your leftovers still, right? You haven't done that part yet.
I have not done that yet. So, 2, 4, 5.
Alright, so he's gone. Done. I'm going fishing. That one. Pull up a salmon and a sardine. And I've got one more sardine. And another sardine.
Oof. All right.
Right. That flame is getting really big.
Yeah, we've got a candle going over here next to us that apparently the wick is getting very large.
The flame is just
getting
growing.
pretty large. Hope you get well soon. Yeah, appreciate it, Data. I feel better than I did, but still, like, a lot of chest congestion and stuff. The like the sinus pressure and everything. I've been able to at least take care of that with some medication and things. But yeah, hasn't felt great so far this year. What can I do with what's out there? Not a whole lot, can I? I guess we're gonna take this one.
Alright, I'm fishing also, but none of these will fit, so throw this one away for $3. Oh, whoops, I covered up my other shrimp too, so I guess I can have on this.
Peeling Off the Plastic of Viral by Arcane Wonders. We have that one. We played it once a couple years ago. I liked it, but I don't think anybody else did. Did you like Viral?
I liked Viral.
Did you?
Carl
Okay.
was the one that didn't like Viral.
Well, I know that, yeah, Carl, who's in our game group, and he's on stream with me occasionally.
It made me mad, but I
did not.
liked it.
I
was frustrated, but I liked it.
It's very much it's got a lot of, yeah, I mean, it's essentially, it's an area control game, right? Mm-hmm. And it's very much like a, troops on a map type of thing, basically, but the map is the human body. So it's got a lot of that going on.
Oh, it's my turn first, isn't it?
Yes, and we gotta flip these.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have to go to market because I got nothing left here. So, but I don't do that till after we're done placing all of our people, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Well, I could do one more fishing and just drag this out. I'm just gonna go home.
Okay. I see how it is. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to go home too with that other guy, aren't I?
I don't know what else you could. Well, you could.
I mean, I could go fishing.
You could go fishing. There's still a column out there.
I'll just go fishing.
Yeah, I thought Viral was pretty interesting.
Oh. Well, no, because then I'd have to throw it. How would that work? Because when I go to market, I'd have to place this in here, right?
Yeah. Remember oh, no, because you can't sell to the captain now because the thing's empty, so you wouldn't have room for anything else either.
I wouldn't have to put this in my board, though. My thing is, I don't want to put this in my board. Oh, but I'll have a new board by then. By the time I get to that turn.
That is correct.
Okay, all right. All right, just had to talk that through. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is true. Right, you're up with the market.
Oh, so I'm going to take any scrap.
Oh, yeah, me too.
What? You too.
Yeah, because I went...
It's not your turn yet, though. I go first.
Well, I know, but...
I go first.
I forgot. I keep forgetting about that.
Do we get $3 too?
No, that's if I wanted to go ahead of you
okay.
at the home action, then I would have to pay you $3.
Oh, I guess I would lose this because I have now that I have to put this in here. I'd have to put this in my ice chest, but there's nowhere to put it, so I just lose it.
Well, what about right there?
I could put it right there
and get a shrimp bonus.
But I don't want to do that till hold on. Let me do this first. Now I'll do it. Okay. Now I'm on fire here. Okay. All right. So did that. So I'm going to the market. So I'm going to first which one was I doing? This one. So 6 sardines, 4 cod, nope, 5 cod because I decided that one. So I got 1 left. And then 2 salmon, do that one.
Yeah.
Get that.
So you take a salmon scrap.
Which I don't want.
Well, remember, you're also going fishing, so you're going to be able to get another tile and another ice chest.
But don't I have to throw this away now because I can't fit it anywhere?
No, because you're going to hang on to that
Oh, it's for the next one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so I did that one, and then for my second one, I'm going to do this one. 1 cod, 1 salmon. Okay.
Oof.
And then now I get my crab!
Yay!
Yay! And then, what is that, 15 buckaroos? And then all these go away. And that goes away. You don't want me throwing those?
I'd prefer you didn't. Throw it into my coffee cup.
And then I gotta sell this stuff, so I got 4 herrings, so $4. Plus 2,
Legends, have you
6.
played Viral yet? I mean, obviously you just opened up that copy, but I didn't know if maybe you played it with somebody else or at a convention or something.
Okay, your turn.
All right. I'm gonna take a salmon scrap.
Salmon scrap.
Ooh, or I could put it up here. Maybe I'll just try and get a bunch of money by the end.
Greedy. Super greedy.
Yep. Won this copy on a charity stream. Very cool. Yeah, I'll be curious to see what you think of it. All right. So that was that, and now
Gotta move your salmon up.
I'm gonna move my salmon up. Can I get anything? Not really. I have no cod. Yeah. Yep, not really. The only place I could really go is this one, and I don't have enough sardines to get any of those, so... I'm going to get my $5. Yeah, I still think that was a better idea because if I did this, I would only get 3, but doing this allows me to get the 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sell my remaining fish. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11.
So you're out of the game now.
I am out of the game.
Alright, I'm going fishing.
I should have filled up a water bottle or something to bring down here. Ugh.
Do you want some of my water?
No, that's okay. I'll survive. My throat's just getting very scratchy.
Do this one.
I have 8 unique games played this year with 19 plays. Which games, Legends? Which games have you played so far this year?
And now I have to go here. So. Right? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna pay $5 to get a salmon.
Well, so these get wiped though.
That's fine, but I can still go there to get a salmon, right? Or I mean, sardine.
But can you go? But you can't go fishing.
So you don't think I can?
I don't think so, because you can't go. You won't be able to go fish it. There's no fish out there. We've overfished the ocean.
Oh, fine. So I have to go right home. It's finally happened. We've overfished the ocean. All right, so fine. I'll go home and take a scrap.
I mean, double check me.
I mean it makes sense because
there's nothing. That's the only thing. Is like I don't know
sense.
what you would fish for.
All right, so I'll go here, and then I get to take any scrap. I guess I'll just take. Do I need anything? Because I'll take this. Okay.
You got your last crab.
Yep.
Very nice.
2, 3, and then one of those. Yay, get my crab. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna discard this. These are gone.
Okay, so I'm at the market now. What can I buy? Anything? I'm on. So the only spot I could go is right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have.
I mean, you could still get these.
Yeah, I know, but as far as these ones,
Yes.
I don't have 5 sardines.
Or here, if you need
but I need
symbols or money.
But I need to complete these cards.
You have to do
here.
any of them? Right. But yeah, it doesn't have to
I've
be in any particular column.
I've got no sardines.
Like this one, like if you want to do one of these, you're restricted to this column.
Oh wait, I gotta use.
But you could do any of the other ones and get that.
To get extra sardine. Forgot I had that left over. Okay. 4 sardines. We're gonna go with 4 sardines. There. 3 herring, which I have. 2 salmon, which I have, so I can do this one. So 4 herring, 3 herring.
Anne's End, Wingspan, A Gentle Rain, Medici the Dice Game, Sprawlopolis, Nautilius, Catan Logic Puzzle, and Chutes and Ladders, Marvel Superheroes Adventures. Wow. Oh, Nautilian. Okay. Yeah. That one actually looks pretty good. I like Onirim, however you pronounce it, enough that I've thought about picking up more of those games. I actually don't. I own the physical copy of that. I have not played the physical copy though since I downloaded the app. Sprawlopolis is one that I would definitely like to get my hands on.
Okay. Green, and then 1. So $3 there. Those go away. Gotta sell these. 1, 2. Nothing there. Nothing there. 4, so $5. I think that was a productive last turn. I got.
Huzzah.
I'm just 1 short of a 3rd set. So.
Aren't you something?
It sounds like there's something wrong with me. Like. Just 1 short of a 3rd set.
I'm always 1 symbol short.
Okay. Now we gotta tally it up.
Yes. I'll use my scorekeeper app.
Good idea. Okay. First, we count all the points on the locations with the color of this stuff.
Okay.
So I want to do you first. So
I have 11.
Yep. Got 1, so 8, 16, 22.
Gross.
For every $3, we get a point.
Newest solo challenges, Sprawlopolis. Yeah, that one looks good. I almost backed. What's the other one? Agropolis or something like that. Sorry, what was it? 13.
Also 13.
What? No way.
13.33333. Did you have the .33333?
No. Team Mrs. Beer City Games to crush him. She might, actually. She's way out in the lead right now, and I think I'm going to have a really hard time catching up.
We'll see. Cannery logos. How many sets?
Oops. Let's see. No, there's nothing on that one. I have a lot of the same logos, which is unfortunate. Got one. Yeah, this is the hard part, is trying to count these up. Like how many...
Oh, I thought you were like buying them in a way to make sets complete. That's why I did mine.
Huh?
I bought mine so I knew I bought like one set at a time.
Oh, no, I just bought a bunch of these cards and now I have to figure out, okay,
Oh no.
how many,
Oh, no.
which one goes where? Have I accounted for this one already?
That's gross.
Yeah, so like, alright, so there's one set.
It's hard when there's like two on a card.
Yeah. Exactly. Just two sets plus one. What? Yeah.
Do you want to use like the sardines to cover up like once like you've got one set, those cards are done, and then you said there's a second set here, and there's cover up the ones you used already on that set.
Oh, good call.
So two sets. Oh, those you could just flip over. 'Cause I got that counted in here already.
And then I've got... a set of... Yeah, you're right. Makes more sense. Then I've got a set of 1, 2, 3, and then a set of 2, and then a set of 1.
So two full sets, a set of 3, a set of 2, a set of 1. Yes. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Okay, so 20 plus 6, so 26 plus, you had 1 2 set, right? One set of 2.
Yes.
29 plus a 1, so 30. That was 30 total then. Does that make sense? You got 2 full sets,
Yes.
the 1 3, the 1 2, the 1 1.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
All right, mine was 26.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
And then crabs.
Oops. Oh. I looked up. Hold on, you were at 34. I gotta recount that because I looked up when the sound went off and lost track.
Distracted him.
So what did you say? You had 26?
26.
Okay.
And then crabs is the last thing.
But we each got all of our crabs.
Yeah.
So Jen wins by 6 points.
Woo!
Whoops. Been lurking. Yeah, I figured you guys were. Oren said you guys had it up. Just we're in the middle of some projects and things. Good win. Good win.
I'm a natural fisherman, so
yeah.
It makes sense.
You're quite the outdoors person. That's why we took up board games. I think that's the one thing that I do find frustrating about this game is trying to GG. Yeah, like I said, Legends, that was a safe bet.
No, it was not a safe bet.
It was a safe bet. But I was gonna say I think that's the one thing I do find frustrating about this game is trying to manage the symbols for the set collection on these. It would be nice if we had like tokens or something.
Yes, that would be super helpful.
If you had tokens for each of these rather than putting them on the cards. Or, I mean, they could be on the cards, but then gather the tokens also so that you could sort them out individually.
And know what you're missing. And
Right.
Yep.
I think that would make it a lot easier to keep track of rather than trying to make the sets with the cards and trying to remember, did I account for this one? Where does this one go?
Right.
That's sort of a pain. I am trying to put away Christmas decorations, but I keep stopping to wrangle plastic with Oren. Then I got tricked into learning origami and making a mobile for Em's bedroom out of paper hearts.
Yam? Oh, yarn.
Yams?
I thought it said yam. I'm like,
it's a yam mobile.
I don't think you want that spinning around in your room.
But yes, you guys have been on the TV amidst all of that. Yeah, it sounds like you guys had a busy day. We're actually planning on taking our Christmas decorations down this weekend also.
Yeah.
So
if we can get to the outdoor ones, I don't know if we'll be able to pull those out. You think without the snow on top of them? I don't know.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Because we don't have that much like in the snow, and we'll be able to get to the extension cords at least. Now I need to make a yam mobile for my room.
I don't think you want that.
See, I don't like yams that much, so.
I do like them, but I don't want them spinning around over my head.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so that was Public Market. Like I said, I like a lot of the game. The one thing that I do find frustrating is trying to keep track of the sets. But other than that, I do enjoy the game.
Yeah, I like this game a lot.
Quite a few of these like the polyomino, like the Tetris tile laying games. I've kind of, I don't want to say like I'm sick of them, but I've kind of lost. Like I'm not as excited about them as I used to be. But this one, it's because it's such a small thing. Like it's not the whole game. It's like a little mini side game that you're playing.
That is the only way I like to play them anymore. Is if it's not the entire game, if it's just part of the game, like Feast for Odin, like you still have that, or like Amerigo and stuff. It's part of the game.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So we're gonna sign off. I need to get a drink of water so that my throat stops scratching. You know what? Hold on. Let's get back to the. There we are. Oh, that's why I had moved it this way, so that it wasn't so far this way with this one, but then it was way off on the other one. I'll have to.
I don't know what you're talking about at all.
Sorry, the camera angle. Oh. The camera angle, like if you like on this one, it looks like I'm sitting very far forward.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Whereas on the other one, it felt like I was sitting too far back this way, so I gotta even out the cameras. Anyway, love the updates. Thanks, I really appreciate that. Yeah, been working on those for quite some time, so I'm glad to get back to streaming. I've definitely missed it. Jen can attest to that. I was really bummed. Because we were gonna play this game last week or something, or the week before.
Yeah, last week.
Was it last week?
Yeah, last Tuesday.
And just haven't. we were having internet issues, not feeling the greatest, just all kinds of things going on, and really happy to finally be back streaming again.
I can attest to his sadness. Imagine just Charlie Brown just
that's not far from the
walking
truth.
around, hopeless.
Hopeless? I mean, that might be
Pretty
taken
much.
a little far. So I'm going to plan on being back on Tuesday night. Tuesday's typically 9 p.m. Eastern over here. And I'm not quite sure what I'll be playing yet or who will be playing with me, but
It's creepy. Who will be playing?
I don't know. But yeah, other than that, we will see everyone on Tuesday. Thanks for hanging out with us,
See you
everybody.
later.
Bye.